ruined.
There's people on Facebook that says that there is no sound.
There's no sound?
That's what they're saying. That's what they're claiming.
Can you check yours and see if there's sound?
Yeah, let me see. No, I'm getting sound on mine. I don't know what she's talking about.
Well, then you know what? Tell her to hit the volume button. I don't know what to tell you. Now, what are the formatics of this? Do we play music before we start? Because we do that for the podcast. Or should we just like jump into this?
Let's just jump right into it. I don't see the need for music.
It's like have you guys been FaceTiming with your family at all? Like doing these?
Of course. Come on now.
It's the worst. It's the absolute worst.
You don't like FaceTiming with your family?
I love my family. There's no one in this world that I love more than my family. But I hate Zooming them. We did one with like 16 people on it. Everyone decided that it was a good idea to talk at the same time. It's just the worst. It's the absolute worst. It sounded like our first podcast we ever did, where we didn't really like quite know what we're doing. I mean, we still don't know what we're doing.
No,
we
you
just
go
talked
ahead.
to each
No,
other.
you go
Yeah,
ahead.
okay, yeah, go ahead. But what was that?
Wait.
We haven't done this in a while, by the way, because remember on our last quarantine cast that we talked about Zoom, and we said that they were getting hacked, and like, oh, how awesome would it be if we got hacked? Well, the hack happened to so many people that Facebook's like, hey, listen, we already have bad stuff attached to our name. Figure this out, Zoom. I thought I wasted way too much money. This is kind of expensive. Do we have people commenting, by the way?
We do have a few people commenting.
All right, I want you to have that up. If you see anything worth mentioning, definitely, let us know. This is, our Heavily Anxious podcast. People just listening to the audio, head to Channel 955's Facebook page, and you'll see we're actually live. There's video. That's the other thing that I hate about it as well. I've been gaining weight, not losing weight in quarantine, and I just don't like the look of my fat face.
People are loving your mustache, though.
Oh.
Someone said that?
Yeah, someone said that they love your mustache. They said they're glad you brought it back.
They're full of it because it doesn't even connect. Like my mustache doesn't even like each other. What was that?
Correction, beard.
Yeah, I wish it was it's just patchy.
It's not connecting.
I don't know. We got a lot we got to talk about. I found out something incredibly interesting about Ashley Nix today. She said, we were all on, we were actually on like a FaceTime talking, and someone asked a question of what's the most trouble we've gotten into. And I thought I knew everything about Ashley. This story is amazing. So we have that to talk about. Ashley's, I don't know, maybe she's a criminal. Jed got offered, prostitution kind of. Like a prostitute kind of slid in your DMs.
It is prostitution legally.
Hey, listen. Fun. We'll talk about that as well. The first thing I want to bring up, though, I was out of commission the last week. I couldn't even walk. I had to do the show from home, and it wasn't because like coronavirus is in the studio.
I was about to say, wait a second.
Yeah, no. I had to do it from home because I was taking off my pants and I pulled my back. I know that's weird. I swear to you, I bent over and I shot to the ground. And what I want to talk about is not like the pain that I was in, which am I a hero for being on here and talking about this? Absolutely I am. So good for me. But I'm not on here because of that. I'm here to tell you guys, have you ever had, let me start with a question. Ashley, have you ever had like a moment where you're like, wait a second, I love Jessica, your girlfriend?
Oh yeah. When I'm like coming home super hungover and I wake up in a shower and I'm like, oh, can you just go get me a Sprite?
Is there like a specific moment when you realize she's the one?
Oh yeah. Those are the moments.
I realized that over the weekend because the amount that Katie did for, I don't even think that there are things that are off limits now in our relationship. She was the best. She went to CVS, which to me, that's like that's ground zero for COVID-19. You got sick people going in there and whatnot. Like I wouldn't go in there, but she did. She got me these back patches. She was giving me massages.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Okay.
It was very hot.
We love you.
It was very hot. Katie! Let's see if she'll come
Lord.
in. Katie! Oh, she's on her way.
She's been working out a lot, hasn't she? Like at home, doing at-home workouts?
She has been working out a lot.
Nice. I like that.
We're on Zoom. I want you to be on this real quick. I was talking about how great you were with my back. No, you're not. No, you get in. Get in. Look at her, guys. Isn't she cute?
Hey,
We all look at
yeah.
her. You look great.
Yeah. Ashley just said she would date you if you were into
Totally.
chicks.
Boom.
Yes, Ashley, please.
Look at how hot she is. Here, turn around.
Only
Show 'em
because
a
I hear
360
what
view.
you're doing with him.
Yeah, show him a 360 view.
I'm in my pajamas.
Yeah, look at that.
Only fans. Let's go.
So we were talking about my back, and I'm curious, is there anything that you like is off limits? Would you have, if I needed to, let's say I pulled my back while I was like taking a dookie, would you wipe my butt for me?
I want to say no, but honestly, I felt very bad for you. I did. The pain you were in actually made me sad, so I would have.
Really?
And I hate that I say that. I'm
Really?
not proud of it.
Did it turn you on almost to see me like in pain? Like, hear me out, because you I know what you normally think of me as, like this like muscular, really hot,
Muscular.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
I'm
Tough
the
guy.
muscular one.
You know that if we were in a dark alley and someone came at you with a knife, I'd beat him up.
No, I would.
She would beat him up.
No. But seeing me vulnerable, that kind of was a turn on. No?
No.
Can you just lie? You know what?
Yes.
All right, and that's my girlfriend Katie, everyone. Thank you.
Ooh.
Love you. So, no, I don't think so. I thought it was hot. Right, Ashley?
But love it when they take care of us. The best.
It's the best. I love it. I need to be taken care of. I need to be coddled. And that's exactly what is happening. Ashley, let's get into you getting in trouble, because to me, this is a moment too where I was a little bit mad, because how many podcasts have we done?
We've done a lot, over 100.
Well,
and how
over
many
100.
shows have we done together? Not just podcasts. Like, how many times have we been on the air? Chicago, Detroit, everywhere. And not once did you bring up this story. So go ahead.
Talked about trouble back in high school. It had to be like my senior year going into like freshman year in college. I was driving to Chicago to see a little hot thing. I took my mom's car and I crashed it. And it was totally my fault. I was coming down the street, hit the curb, about to hit the highway, and I crashed into a pole. And it was a pole to like a building. So thankfully the building was abandoned. Shout out to Gary, because it's so abandoned. So many abandoned buildings out there. So I'm good. So I hit the abandoned building.
Into Michael's former house. Real quick, before you finish the story though, you're going to this hot little thing. Jed and I both need to know if this is a girl or a dude, because you have said before that high school you were with some guys.
Oh, this is a girl.
Okay. All right.
So of course. So I hit the pole and then I'm like, oh my God, I can't obviously, well, I'm not gonna lie, I still tried to go, but I'm like, dude, the car's smoking. Let me go home. So I end up driving home. I was like, Mom, they were speed racing down the street. I had to get out the way. Dude, she goes and checks the cams. She's like, no.
Cams? What cams?
We have street cams.
How did she do that?
We have, Gary's literally like, they're all cousins. Gary's small. My mom there's our cousin doctor. We have a police. My mom knew the principal of my high school. So when I ditched school, she knew.
Were you driving to hook up with a cousin? What's up with that?
No.
I don't like that. That's what I heard. Jed, you kind of heard that too.
Yeah, and Ashley mentioned on previous podcasts that she dated an Asian guy, and I was figuring that she was going and seeing the Asian dude.
No, but listen, I never dated anybody in Gary. I don't think. I always dated outside of like my area.
It was probably smart if we're all cousins.
Right. Okay. But anyway, so she finds out I'm obviously lying, and that was probably the worst decision. I should have just told the truth.
Yeah, but when you get away with a lie,
It was $5,000.
And you had to pay for it?
Yes.
What? You like work it off?
I mean, I was working at Subway.
Oh, okay. Thank God for those $5 footlongs.
Yeah. Shout out to Subway.
When you lie, though, if you get away with it, there's no bad feeling.
Oh, no, not at all.
Oh, yes, it is. To get away with a lie? I got in a car crash when I was in high school. I was with this girl we were dating at the time, and she actually went out. It was the first time I ever was driving with my license. I went and I picked her up, and we were going out to PF Chang's over in Troy at Somerset, and we're driving on Big Beaver, like that highway area, and we're getting off on Big Beaver. And that's the sign that we're looking for. And she turned over and she gave me a kiss, right? And I'm being honest with you guys right now. Just don't tell anyone this. Hopefully my mom's not watching. I got in an accident. I rear-ended someone because of that. And the cop comes up to the car and he's like, hey, so what happened? And we broke up after that day because I turned and looked at the cop and I go, listen, I'm really sorry, but she was giving me the directions so late. And when she finally gave me it, I turned and I tried to get over and I crashed. I'm really sorry. So I blamed it on her. But I did lie to my mom. I told her that I was alone in the car and the guy pulled out in front of me and she believed me. So I didn't get in trouble for that. Mom, if
So
you're
good.
listening, no, I will not pay for that. Statute
She-
of limitations. Google it.
She's not in our Facebook Live, so she
She's
did not hear that. Nope.
Good. We have any comments right now? Like people saying they can't hear or maybe where's Mojo or any of that?
No, it's just the same old Jed closet talk. Why are you in the closet, Jed? Come out of the closet. It's time to come out of the closet.
We've
Good
been
evening.
asking him that
Get
in
out
a
of the
while.
closet. Why are you
Guys.
in the closet?
What?
How have you guys been doing, staying in the house all day, every day?
I love it. You guys know me.
You
This is
do?
nothing's changed. Yeah. Why wouldn't I? Are you kidding me?
You don't like going out to like a bar to sit down or maybe go bowling like
I
Jed?
miss the bars.
I miss bowling. No, I don't miss. Wait, bowling. What? Bowling
it,
hasn't
like,
even been a thought.
During the week, I'm good, but that
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday, that's when it hits me. I'm like, oh my God, that's why I got a bike because I'm getting bored.
Yeah, well, and I guess we should talk about this bike before. Yes, I do miss. What I miss most is going out to a restaurant and like being waited on, and not that I want to be served, but it's fun. You talk to the waitress. We would do Korean barbecue a lot. I miss hanging out with the friends. But other than that, I don't know. I like being with you two. I still get to see you guys. I don't really miss anything. I don't. I want this to come back to normal because I want to go on the lake once it's warmed out, but like, whatever. I don't care.
I
Jed.
miss Friday beers. I miss it to a T. I miss going out to the local watering hole with the fellas, shooting some pool. I sound like an 80-year-old man, but that's that's what we do. I mean, we hang out, we drink beer, we have fun.
Do you miss
And I miss
dating?
hanging out with them. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I think the number one thing. No, because I don't miss spending my money on another person.
Well, but hey, we've already talked about that before on previous podcasts. You've never paid for a date in your life.
Right.
You're always going to the bathroom when the bill is there.
Yeah, Joe caught me in a lie right now.
But you miss. Come on, someone who's been online dating as much as you have. There's no way that you don't miss like physical touch.
I mean, yeah, the physical part of it is different, but I don't miss like having to pretend to like them and what they do for a
What do you
living.
do
And
now?
this, that.
You're such a catch.
Are you flirting with girls now or like what? How is it?
Well, I have breaking news for you guys. I am on Tinder and Bumble. So
Oh.
the reason why is because I am so bored, and I've heard stories about how you can mess with people on Tinder and Bumble. So that's what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks. But somebody
You're
messed
on
with
it to
me.
mess with people. What are you, 12?
Pretty much. I mean, I have. That's me. I am a
What are you doing
12-year-old.
what do you mean by messing with people? Clarify
Like
that.
just saying the worst pickup lines in the world. Like
So you don't have your actual picture on there then?
No, I have my actual picture on there.
So you're actually just out
Yeah.
here being an idiot and
Hey,
using
thanks.
your own photo?
Thanks for being like, a
Representing
good
the brand.
advertisement for the show. Yeah. You're great for the brand, Jed. If
I
women
know.
are just going to know you as a total D-bag. But you'll make Ashley and I look better. So actually, thank you for doing that. Now,
Yeah.
we're bringing this up, and
Affiliate.
we teased it before about how you kind of met someone interesting on, was it Tinder or Bumble?
This was on Tinder, this one specifically.
Okay. What happened?
And this girl, we matched, we were talking on Tinder, and it was going pretty smooth. And then she said, hey, add me on Snapchat. My thinking was, okay, this is perfect. She's giving me, this is a little bit more private. Better chance to get to know her through Snapchat than it is on Tinder. Then when I add her on Snapchat, she says, hey, from this point forward, I just want to let you know that you're either going to pay me for pictures or pay for me to be your escort. And I just kind of sat there and I was like, no thanks. Immediately unmatched on Tinder, immediately defriended off of Facebook because I was not about that.
So you think she's on there strictly for business? Like that's how she
Yes.
meets clients?
I think she is on there to basically have an OnlyFans, like to promote her OnlyFans account and to promote her like, hey,
You
if you
don't
want to have a
think
good night.
escorts are working during these times, right?
I think
Yeah,
they.
they
I
probably
think that they're. I think they're working on through OnlyFans. I don't think that they're working like their normal shift where they're just
I
hanging
know strippers
outside.
are on OnlyFans making some money.
I wish
Yeah.
we had an escort on the show because I would love to ask them what. Well, my question for them is: are you more afraid of COVID-19 or an STD?
Right at this point.
Well, the COVID-19 is the unknown, right? We don't know what it's going to do, when it's going to. I mean, when if there's going to be another outbreak, we know what STDs are. Like you can get shots for those. You can get medication for those. You
Are you
can't
saying
for
that you're willing to get an STD, Jed? Now, this is the
depending.
type of content that could separate us from other people.
Right.
It depends on what kind of STD it is.
What? That's
What
not. Why?
STD are you willing to get?
Well, I'm not willing to get HIV.
Well, obviously, but
You didn't
you.
say that you're not willing to get any of them.
But
Yeah.
which
What
one is the
about
one where you
like
take
the light stuff? What about the light stuff?
like a gonorrhea or something
Sure.
like that?
Sure.
I mean, if there's medication for it, gets treated, and I can get rid of it completely, absolutely.
The worst is when you guys first started, like, and maybe we should just get off of this, but when you guys first started shaving, now I got like very fair skin. I was talking to my brother about this a couple days ago because we asked a question about Luke, my 14-year-old brother. My brother Jacob just celebrated his 22nd birthday, and we're talking about little Luke. Like, he's at the age where he's probably like, getting into the girls. He's probably, grooming down there. And I remember the first time I did that, I've got fair skin. Like, I scratch it and you'll see the red in a second. I got bumps. And I'm like, oh my God, I got an STD. I haven't even had sex. Like, what's the point? What's the point of life? Like, why did God curse me with this? And it was just a razor bump. I bet you he's going through that. I like to think he's going through that.
Are you going to talk to him about it before, or you want him to come to you?
I don't know. It's weird with him. Like and I said this to someone today too. He's like a brother, but also in a weird way, like a son, because we've got a huge age gap. But it's not like I'm the dad, because I don't parent him in any way. I more so encourage the bad things. For example, he's doing all of his Zoom classes now. And he thought it would be funny during his Spanish class today to be Zooming with the teacher. And behind him, I mean, it was a background of like casting couch, that porn. I know Jed knows what I'm talking about, but do you know, Ashley?
I do. You showed me, remember?
So he's got, well, I know I showed, well, no, I don't remember showing you. You said I showed you this video today. I don't remember doing that.
That's crazy.
But anyways, he sent me that and was like, LOL. And I could tell that he's looking for my encouragement. And I went through in my head, I'm like, do I encourage this? Am I supposed to be the one? Like, what if he gets in trouble for it? I don't want to see him get in trouble. But it's funny. So I said, you're a legend. That was mine. That is what I sent to him.
Do you regret sending that now?
I don't know. I kind of, but like, no. Because I don't know. I think it's funny. Like, I would like, one day, let's say we become like a show where we're actually on the radio, right? I would love for him to be an intern when he's in college. I think he's funny.
Lord.
He reminds me a lot of me. When I was in college and I was interning in Chicago, I put my nuts on our boss's desk because as a morning guy, Fred told me to do so. I was like, well, whatever. Like, you're my boss. I'm going to do what duty calls. I'm going to do it. So I'd like to think that he would do anything for us, right? If he's already willing to do that, if he's got casting couch at the age of 14 on a FaceTime, the dude's a legend.
The content that we're going to get of 19-year-old Luke is going to be something out of this world. I agree with Joe. We should hire him as an intern if it comes to it.
Listen, and Ashley's niece, granted, she's in Korea right now.
Taiwan.
Living her
Taiwan?
best life.
She's going to be bilingual. That's going to be sweet.
I know.
She's definitely working for us then.
She's like the first brown baby they've seen over there. So they're just like, she's a superstar. I'm like, yeah.
Do you think that they're like super like interested? Like, what is that?
My sister told me when she went to the bathroom, my brother-in-law was watching my niece and she came out to all of these people just like storming her baby. Like, oh my gosh. Like,
that's not weird at all.
Not at all.
She is a cutie though. Whenever you post pictures of that, like I just think of, I'm going to kidnap Ashley's niece. That's the only logical thing that I can do.
I'm gonna kidnap her, and then I'll take her back when it's time to change the diaper.
When I do it, you know what mask I'll wear? I'll wear this mask right here. Now, we talked about this on the show, and we've had people DMing, hey, when you do the Zoom broadcast, you got to bring it out. So I'm going to bring it out right now. Check your out.
Yeah. Heck
Isn't
Isn't that beautiful?
It is.
Does it
At
fit?
first, I was like, why would you buy that? Now it's like, okay,
Hold
I
on.
see why.
Yeah, you see why. This thing is the most beautiful thing ever. Hold on. How do you do this? Oh, shoot. Hold
It's
on.
pretty sweet.
Yeah, it is.
Is it
Here,
two
you guys.
pieces? Just 2 pieces?
No, there's 3 pieces.
Oh, okay, okay. It looks
People
pretty
forget
dangerous.
that
It looks
Darth
like a
Vader.
little neck strap.
It is a neck strap. That's the thing. I asked Katie, I was like, hey, once my back gets better, you think you want to do any like kinky stuff in this?
It's weird that you're talking about your back because mine just started to feel like that today.
Yo, backs are no joke.
No, I'm like, well, I need my back.
The problem is I'm 24, and
Gotta
the fact that I'm already having these
pull it out.
issues, like I don't know what's gonna happen to me when I'm 30.
You'll be fine.
Look at this. Ready? So you do this. Hold on. All right.
Okay.
So watch this. Can you guys hear this? Check this out. Hold on. How many viewers do we have right now? 12.
We have 50.
So see how he's like breathing weird? Hold on. Oh.
Oh, here we go. Front of the mask is going on. Okay. Oh my lord. I'd rather use the voice changer.
Oh wait. How do I get this thing on? Ah shit. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Hold on. All right. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You do not know the power of the dark side.
Oh my gosh.
Right? It's kind of cool.
I like.
Is that just you talking into the helmet?
Yeah, sure. That's what you
No
gotta
way.
think.
He's
I
talking into the
totally
mic.
didn't,
Come
like,
on, Jed.
lean towards. Yeah, no.
Do I sound like Darth Vader like this? Hey, join me, Luke, and together we'll rule the dark side. Father
No, that's
and
more.
son.
That's more. Yeah. So, an Ewok is what you sound like.
Wouldn't it be kinky if Katie and I got it on in this?
Yeah, she could be
It
Princess.
definitely
Oh no,
would.
that'd be weird. I was gonna say she could be Princess Leia, but then that would mean you're having encounters with your daughter.
But how weird would it be when she only wants to have intercourse with you with that on?
I'd be okay with it. I'd be like, all right, sweet. Can I make the voice? Can I breathe? Like, do you think if Darth Vader ever like did it, his breathing would, I don't know, be faster than what it normally is? I don't know.
Oh God, no! Please
I
stop.
don't know how to get this thing off.
Oh no! Could you imagine if he's trapped?
Oh, Jed, you got the comments popping.
What are people saying?
Apparently, he super liked Lydia's best friend on Tinder.
Yeah, and I got no love back.
Wait, whoa. What do you mean he super liked him? He liked him a ton of times?
Yeah, Jed, explain.
No. Super like just means that the chances of you matching with them are higher because it's like, oh, you've been super liked by this person. So this
How do
person.
they? So that notifies them if you super like them?
Yes, and then Lydia just says, "I hate to crush your dreams, but she only goes for athletes."
Hold on.
Ooh, tell her you're a fighter. Come on now.
Yeah,
Hey.
Jed is an athlete. He does
Right.
UFC.
Yeah, something like that. We'll call it UFC.
You do. Isn't that what it is? Fighting?
No, I do Muay Thai, which is
How many
Thai.
super likes do you get?
Let me check. I think you get
Yeah,
one per.
don't
You
be
get
out
one.
here
You
liking
get one
super like
per
everybody
day.
did.
No, I'm not only the ones that I think are bad and I like. Well, you know what I mean. But
So
super likes.
you're super liking on Tinder, but yet you're sending douchebag messages on Bumble. Why is that?
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a better pool on Tinder. I think there's definitely more users. There's
More talent
people.
on there. All right, I'm more of a Tinder guy. That's what I do.
That's true. I mean, you look at the pool, and I mean, this is no offense. I mean, I'm on Bumble too, so I'm speaking from both sides of my mouth here. But Tinder, it's like you're in the Pacific Ocean trying to get crab. You know that there's going to be crab there. You go on Bumble, it's like fishing in your backyard pond. There's stuff there, but not stuff that you would eat.
I disagree because when I was using dating apps all of like a day, I preferred Bumble because the girls had to make the move. I'm not like Ashley. Ashley goes to a bar and can talk to anyone. She's not terrified at all.
Ashley, you are
Me,
the alpha
however,
male.
whenever I start, if I walk up to a girl and I'm like, all right, let's talk to her. Before I even open up my mouth, I've already thought about 10 ways she could reject me, which then makes me close my mouth and walk away and go home alone. Like there's no chance. I met my girlfriend on Instagram. I think if I had to like actually talk to her at a bar, I'd be so bad at that.
You would be pretty good.
Wait.
Dude, you have the gift of gab.
I have the gift of gab, but not to Gabby. Like, if she's hot, it's going to be tough. Right, Ashley? I love this mask. This
Better
mask is
immediately.
sick.
Who followed who first? You or Katie?
She followed me.
Oh yeah, she knew what she wanted. She was like,
Oh,
"I'm gonna
yeah.
follow him, slide in those DMs. He's gonna take me to dinner, and it's over."
She followed me, and I was like, ooh, about to get some strange. And year and a half later, we've been dating ever since. No strange for Joe.
See, I am worried about matching with someone on Tinder and then getting in a relationship because then the puns from Joe will just be nonstop. It'll be like, oh, yeah, they're love at first swipe. And, oh, yeah, you swipe
no.
right on her. Yeah.
I think that it is very important for the show that you die alone. That's just my thought. Right,
I
Ashley?
think so, too.
No, Jed needs somebody in his life, but he's gonna find him a nice little brown thing.
You think it's going to be
You think he's going to date a black chick?
What kind of
Or-
brown?
Maybe like a Latina.
That'd be so hot. Ashley's got one of those. What's
Yeah.
Jessica doing?
She's watching trash TV because I don't like the trash TV. We watch different trash TV. I don't like Love and Hip Hop. She's watching
But Love and Hip Hop is kind of electric sometimes.
dude, it's a script.
How about how
Isn't that every reality show? though?
It's different, okay? There's different reality.
How about how you'll worry about this after. How about how Katie found out that one of her best friend's ex is gonna be on Love is Blind.
Whoa.
That could have been you, but you playing. I sent you everything.
Yeah, I know. And I wasn't going to apply for it. You really think that I was going to quit what I'm doing now to go on Love is Blind?
You would have been so great.
You know why I didn't want to do
Give
it?
away
Because
with
my
her.
parents are religious watchers of the show. And I
Oh,
think the
really?
last thing that they need out of all the disappointment that I give them is me being on Love is Blind.
Love is Blind isn't bad. I mean, it's
Actually, I would have only wanted you to go on there to meet the girl. I don't think I would have wanted you to marry her because that would have been like hard for me and Joe.
I can't have you. I'm telling you, dude. I need you to die alone
Yeah, I think that's probably the best.
for
We'll do that.
for the show. I mean, think about it. Like, come on. You want 3 people to be happy? No. You got to be unhappy for us, please.
Well, I've been happy single, so I'll manage.
All right. I don't know. We got anything else? I mean, listen, I just mainly, this isn't going to be like the podcast where it's like, hey, we have this, that, and that, and that. Main thing is just we wanted to get on and, you know, talk to you guys, maybe answer a couple comments. Thank you, Lydia, for totally putting Jed on blast. Anyone compliment my mask?
Let's see. Going through the comments here. No, it just keeps asking. Joe, you watching The Bachelor?
The Bachelor, where were you? It ended like
Right.
it ended before COVID.
Beth says that her back hurts too, Joe. So
Joe, you jinxed all of us. My back was fine until maybe before I got on this podcast.
I had to go to this guy, and he said it was probably stress. So maybe that's what
I got a
everyone
heating
has.
pad though, so I'm gonna put it on tonight.
Dude,
Ooh.
see, I had a heating pad too, but the problem is I use the heating pad, and then I'm done with the heating pad, and then I have a panic attack because I'm warm, and I'm like, oh my God, I've got the Rona. I've got it. Like and then now Katie's got to be not only the person waiting on me hand and foot, but she's also got to be my psychiatrist and my therapist to
Gosh.
calm me down. Yeah, no, heating
If
pads are not my friend.
if I ever get COVID-19, I want
You are not
Cardi-
gonna get
Yeah,
it.
don't even put that in the world.
No, but I'm saying if I do get it, I want Cardi B to be there to say coronavirus.
Coronavirus. I'd be okay with that. But yeah, no, seriously, don't put that in the world. Okay. All right. I like you healthy. I like you single and healthy.
Thank you.
Aren't I
Thank
the
you.
sweetest for saying that? That's
Yeah,
a
you
nice
are.
guy.
You're a lot nicer now than what you were to me about 4 hours ago.
You know, I hope one day we could talk about things that happened 4 hours ago because this jerk almost. This is a conversation for another day, but heavily anxious fans, the people who are probably not watching this but will be listening to the podcast after, just know that Jed said the worst thing ever, but that is a conversation for another day, and I love him more than life itself, but you idiot. Anything else before we go? You guys all good?
I'm all set. I'm excited for this weekend. Finally gonna put up some stuff in the garage and Can't wait to get out of here, like the house.
You're decorating your garage?
Yes, we're like workout equipment and stuff.
Oh, okay. Little personal workout doing.
It actually doesn't sound like a fan.
I mean, what do you put? I hope you're not mentioning that on Bumble. I'd be like, okay, this is a douchebag. Left swipe. Ashley, you good? You all set?
Yes, I'm gonna ride my bike if the weather lets me.
Yeah, I don't like how healthy you guys have been. I'm gonna sit at home.
Fun.
I'm gonna play
Oh
Call
my
of
God,
Duty.
I got a juicer too, so it's lit.
You are so white. You're so white. But I love you. All right, love you guys.
Hey.
Also, how do I end this? I don't know.
You
Is
got
there
to
like
just
an
hit
end button?
end. Yeah, there's just
Okay. Hey, look. Here we go.